Hi class, I wanted to give you some video feedback. I'm going to look at these as a site visitor. So even if I've looked at them, I'm looking at how it's laid out, if all the content's there, and how it is functioning. All right, so let's jump in. Good. I kind of like the size of these buttons. Most students don't do that. Good photo. You have your name up here. It's okay that it's underlined, but that usually indicates a link, in which, of course, it is, but hopefully it's, let me see where that's going. Okay. Let's go here. Nice. Try to take out the emojis. These are very chat-like, so we don't want to give that feel. All right. And let's see if I click on these. Okay, so we need to have your descriptions here, but otherwise it's really looking good. So as a videographer, you'll need to have, let's see, you'll need to have videos here. And instead of having both, it would be better to have either videographer or cinematographer. So as you'll find out this week, when you search Google Trends and SEO, search engine optimization, you'll realize that one of these words more people will be searching for, and that's the one you'll choose. Okay, let's see how we look on mobile. Yeah, you'll appreciate it here especially. We wouldn't need one at the end of the sentence when we already have a space and a hard return. Yeah, I would have one word up here and then visual storyteller underneath. Good. Double check the layout when you get to your mobile and your portfolio, because sometimes after you add the content descriptions in your desktop, once you get to your mobile, it could relocate. It'll be on the same page, but it might be in a different order. So you want to check that. So far, it's looking great. The images are looking good too. All right, Anthony. Let's over here take out the word draft. Okay, that should only be in the title of your website, not actually on your website. And I would say just have your name, and this looks good. I would bring it over here. Well, I'm not sure that's yours. And you want to put photography and cinematography just with your name. So it's either over here and beside it. If you're going to do this, it would have to be big and in the middle, and then underneath you would put photography and cinematography, and then you wouldn't need this. But I don't think you need that. But this isn't working down here. It's not legible. It's got a bold or something. It's just a bubble font that isn't working. And what you do needs to be in the header. All right. And because this is a great color with this image, I would, if you don't need that, I would use that. But if you do need this, put it in the center. and underneath it in this font or something put cinematography. Okay, this is placeholder, so those have to, that strip has to come out, as does that. And this needs to come over to the left. This needs to be a color that is more visible. Make sure you go back and fix the title there, put the T on that. Okay, let me see. So these will need descriptions. And need to be over here or centered. Okay, if these aren't yours, take out this strip. Make sure you take this out and this address and all of this. You just need the contact, and you need to link up to at least the LinkedIn. Whoops. Okay, so let's take this out and take all of this out and just have your contact us. Get rid of that. Get rid of this, because I don't think your sphere is construction either. So this, you need to set aside at least several hours to complete this. Your about is going to go here. You have a scrolling image behind this. Look at the announcements and look for the video called Troubleshooting. All right, so you want to remove this background. And you do that by going into your Wix editor, and under Site Design, it's the letter A. Under Site Design, you're going to select Page Background, and you're going to just select a color, white, and it'll go away. And close this space up. Okay, so that your about is with your about content. I would love to line this. It's rather big, but I'm going to say that's your style for this. And this is going to come over here. Okay. All right. Let's see about the mobile. It will change once you make your edits. So you'll probably recenter this so that you're a little closer and not cropped. You'll want to move your navigation, because right now it's under that, so you'll lower that. It's okay to keep that up there, but you do need to say cinematographer and not here. So bring that image, bring you over a little more. Take all this out, the services. It's not required for the assignment, and I don't think you're going to have time to fill it in or have the imagery to do it. So take all these strips out. Do make this smaller, right? And make your text box wider. Extend your text box here so that it's not doing this reflowing. And then you will have your descriptions as well. Don't think you need that. You do not need this or this. You just need this. You don't need that, any of that. That's all placeholder. All right. So start out with your desktop, and once you take the strips out, this will look entirely different, and you can work with that after you do that. All right. Okay, let's move on. Okay, I like the way this is playing out. Easy to read. This image is easy. Okay. I like these little call to actions. Let's make a little more space there. It's being clipped. I do like that. I would bring this up just a little bit so we land on it. Okay, so we're not scrolling. I do like this. Okay. Okay. Let's take out that space and let's make sure you've got a footer with the year. Let's take this off. I like the color, but it was to come out. Might call that home. It's okay to call it main page. Everything's pretty clear. Interesting what you've done here. I'd like to know more about some of the steps that you're taking with your font. Chantel. Okay. Okay. That's a little small. I'm not sure what that's about. It looks kind of like an afterthought, a little bit kind of hanging there. Close up all that spot. So let's see. I'm curious to see what the mobile's going to look like. Okay. I feel like this is cropped, so that needs to come up here. This could be a little wider, right? Okay. Oh, that took a moment. This isn't really sharp enough here to go with the rest of the quality of your work. Yeah, I'm going to remove all that scrolling. All right. Yeah. Okay, great job. Looking forward to seeing the finished product here. Well done. Okay, Michael. Unless there is a reel that you plan on putting here, like a little sizzle reel, something short, then I would just take this off and start with your portfolio. You might want to raise it up just a hair. Nice. Fun. Nice. You didn't cut off faces. Good job. Okay. Nice. These are always a little spooky, but baby seems to be fine. And a video here. So you'll, okay. Let's close that up just a little. Let's see. Great job. Close this space up. And, okay. Let's see, maybe bring this over just a little bit, this whole block, so it's not quite so far from the image. And everybody should continue to use your phone in natural lighting with very plain outdoor backgrounds, you know, trees and things like that. So you can have a collection of professional photos to choose from. Let's close that. Natural lighting is always easier to work with, and you know, as long as the light source is not behind us. Okay, let's center this information here. Bring that up here. All right, let's see. Okay, so you will want to adjust this on your mobile, okay, because it's being cropped up. So you would edit some of that. Good idea to use this font here as well, I think. Space. And we're going to need at least a LinkedIn. Okay, so you'll want to set up a professional LinkedIn, and that'll be a great place to start listing, you know, all your projects and things, and it'll always be there. All right, let's take a look. We need to link up to at least a LinkedIn here and remove the extra social media icons. We need your name up here or just on your about, but there's a lot of stacking here and a little bit of duplication here. You might not need all that. You could simplify some of this. The main thing you need, however, is navigation. You're going to need navigation at the top. Okay. You can go into your Wix editor, select the plus sign, and select menu, and drag over a horizontal menu to that location. And make sure, I think this is yours because you're talking about the Rocky Mountains. And let's put this in the footer. And let's make sure this is your background image. It gets kind of confusing. Well, maybe close this a little. It gets a little confusing when we have videos on top of backgrounds. And let's not put your address unless you have an office, public office, okay, which you may. Okay, good job embedding these, but we do need a description. So you'll need to work on how you're going to do that. With an image behind it, it's a little tougher. You can't really, you could space it and put a block, you know, a transparent block with text under them all. That's one option. Okay, let's take a look at the mobile. Okay, so once you adjust your desktop, you'll come over and double check this as well. Close up this space for sure. And this becomes really tough to read, so you'll have to reflow that. A little easier here. Okay. And you'll make all those adjustments. Okay. And things are not anchoring. That means this needs to link to there will be an anchor line up here, and you will link that to your menu. Look in the announcement. There will be a troubleshooting video that shows you how to do that. Same with that and that. All right, they're not linking. If you can get your desktop to link up, maybe then it will follow over. We'll see. All right. Okay, everybody. Great starts. I do look forward to seeing what you're going to be able to do by the end of the month. You should be proud of what you've accomplished so far. All right. Have a good evening, and I look forward to seeing your work on Monday. I guess I'll see it Tuesday. You'll submit it Monday. All right. Good job, everybody.